Hey guys, it's Vanessa Terry here with Notary to Notary, and I want to show you guys how I was able to get started as a notary signing agent making $10,000 a month. When I first got started in 2015, I had no idea how lucrative this business was. So much so that I was able to quit my full-time job in 2016. Over the next few years, I've had so many successes and failures that I took all of them and bundled them up into a training program just for you. The training is available at notarytonotary.com, and there are two programs that you can register for: the Notary Signing Agent Training and the e-Notary Training. Make sure that your state licenses e-notaries before you register for that training. Once you register, you'll have instant access to the online training platform, as well as access to our live weekly interactive webinars with replay capabilities. Ready to get started? Register today at notarytonotary.com. Until then, happy signing! Well, hey, are you tired of selling your time to the highest bidder? What's up, guys? It's Vanessa Terry here with Notary to Notary, and I'm super excited to be able to teach you how you can build a six-figure notary signing agent business. Now, I know you're probably thinking, how can a notary make six figures? I know, right? But you can. I've been doing it since 2016. Not only that, I've been training since 2019 and have tons of student reviews who have done the same. All you have to do is listen to the steps that I'm teaching you in my all-inclusive training at notarytonotary.com. Forbes even called me the top entrepreneur that's changing the way people work today. Sounds good, doesn't it? But in order for you to see those results, you're gonna have to take action. So stop watching this video, click the link below, and go sign up for my training today. You'll be happy that you did. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Vanessa Terry. All right, let's see if I can get this video off this screen. There it is. All right. Hey, guys. It's Vanessa Terry here with Notary to Notary, and I know you guys are excited. Are we excited? No, but like, are we really excited? Are we like, you were thinking about this all day and you were like, I just can't wait for 12 o'clock because I'm going on lunch and I'm going to get some motivation. Okay. First of all, happy Friday. Happy Friday, guys. What's up? Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Okay. Wake up. Okay. I think you're awake now. Hey, y'all. Y'all having a good Friday? Are you guys excited? Are you excited? I hope so. So I have a surprise for you guys. Are you ready for the surprise? So first, I have to give you a disclaimer, okay? You may hear some noise in my background. Every once in a while, you might hear a loud thump, okay? Disregard. Hopefully, it won't be too much noise or actually getting Christmas lights installed on the house. So I was just like, oh my God, it's okay. We're going to be fine. It's going to be okay. Okay, but just disregard. Hopefully it won't be too loud. And we'll be able to get through this wonderful, awesome session. Do you guys have your questions ready? Because it's going to be a whole lot of fun. I hope you guys are ready. All right, so you saw the post that, so first of all, let me give you the backstory. I went to a networking brunch Ebony Locke was having in Virginia Beach area. I think it was like Norfolk, Virginia Beach area. And I was just going there just to help present, network, things like that, motivate. And I was just talking to everybody, and I met this wonderful, awesome, amazing young lady who you guys are about to meet. And she's super awesome. And so we're going to do this interview. Right. And she's going to tell you all about herself and what she's doing. But then I have to tell you guys why I'm so excited that she is doing this, because I'm just like, oh my God. Right. So I can't tell y'all yet why I'm excited. You probably heard me talk about it sometimes on Instagram, but I'm really excited. And then we have a surprise for her at the end. So this is going to be exciting. Okay. You ready? Are you ready? Are y'all ready? Y'all gonna give Miss Ashley a warm welcome? Are you guys gonna give her a warm welcome? You better. You better be nice to my Ashley. Oh, I have two Ashleys. I have Ashley Kaiser, and now I have Ashley Davis. Okay. All right. Here we go. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really hyper, but you know that already. So first of all, thank you for agreeing to do this. I really, really appreciate it. Everybody's telling you hi. I don't know. Can you see hi? But I'll tell you what they say. Don't worry. Everybody's telling you hi. I've been hyping you up all week. Have you seen that? The hype? Did your mom show you the hype? I was like, we're going to get her on here. Listen. So first, I would love if you could introduce yourself to everybody.
I'm Ashley Davis. I live in Stafford, Virginia. And I just started being a notary last year around this time, like late November. And yeah, that's about it. I'm a loan signing agent too.
I'm excited. So first, Ashley, you're 19. So that's like, oh my God, I used to be 19. I had a lot of fun when I was 19. Okay, listen. Okay, let me bring back in Vanessa. When I was 19, I was not a notary signing agent. I'll tell you that. When I was 19, I was working at Qdoba, the restaurant. Yeah, that's what I was doing. So first tell me what made you get into where the thought even come from that I want to be a notary?
So my mom is a notary, and she used to go on all these signings and stuff, and I would be like, what are you going to do? All these people, like, who are you meeting? And she would just be like going and back in maybe like an hour or something. And I would ask her a bunch of questions about what she does. She would tell me, I'll be like, that seems real easy. So I got into it, and I was doing research and everything. And I was like, I could do this, and it's not really that hard. You don't have to explain documents and whatever, but you just memorize everything.
So how long was your mom doing it?
I think she used to do it when I was very young, but she wasn't. I don't think she was a signing agent. I think she was just a regular notary.
And then she transitioned to signing agent, and then you just see her leaving the house all the time and going to do loan closings. Did she tell you how much she was making?
Not at first.
Okay. So when she told you, what'd you say? Like, oh, okay. What do you think?
She would show me like the checks she would get, and I'd be like, that's the money that I want to make.
So did you have a job before? Have you had any jobs yet?
Yeah, I worked at Chick-fil-A, and then I work at Starbucks right now. I'm doing both.
Wait, you're doing loan signing and Starbucks?
Yeah.
Okay. After this, you're gonna have to explain to me the venti and the tall. It's always confusing. And when I go in there, I just say, "Can I have a large coffee?" Y'all know what I'm talking about. Just make it big. Like, ma'am, you know what I mean, okay? And then it's always so extra, all the questions they ask. But anyway, bring it back again. So compared to working, Chick-fil-A, we won't talk about Starbucks because you're still there. But compared to working Chick-fil-A, even though Chick-fil-A is an awesome company, how would you relate that to what you're doing now with loan signing? Like, where do you see yourself going with loan signing?
I see myself going. I try to get a lot during the day. Like every time I get a notification on my phone, I accept it. And I don't know, sometimes I get it and sometimes I don't. But I see myself having like maybe 3 or 4 lined up a day.
That's good. So that's like what, $400 a day, and that's good money, right? Like especially if you're 19. Like I remember when I was 19, I was not making $400 a day. That's for sure. That's for sure. So tell me about your first loan closing. So who was it with and how did it go?
My first loan closing was with D.R. Horton.
Okay.
And I think it was in Locust Grove, Virginia. And At first, I was kind of scared to call the signer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, that was the only thing that I was scared about. But
Why are you scared?
everything else was really smooth, and I didn't have a problem with anything else. It was just like the calling part.
But the call went good.
Yeah, it was okay.
Okay, and then you had no problem printing. Would your mom help you print?
Yeah, she helped me print.
Did she go over? So did you do the training? Did you do any training yet? Or you just
I did my mom's boot camp, and then I'm signed up with yours classroom right now.
Okay, and so your mom's helping you, and she's like, okay, she helped you print. Did she drive you there, or you drove yourself?
No, she went with me.
Oh, don't you love moms?
Yeah.
They're awesome. Okay, so she takes you to the house, but you're not scared to go inside. The only part that was intimidating was the phone call.
Yes.
Now, tell me, because I'm curious, because a lot of people, they're so afraid to do their first closing. Why were you not afraid, do you think?
I think I had just taken a lot of time sitting and going over the document, and like so when you explain it, I would just like have together a summary in my head, mm-hmm. and I would just go over it over and over again, and I would look through the pages and like practice, rehearse what I was going to say, and I was just so confident. And
okay, confident. Let's get it. Okay, so you went into the signing. You presented the documents. Did the borrower have any questions?
No, it went really smooth. They didn't have any questions.
Did you miss any signatures?
No.
Look at you. See, that's why you're like, I got this, right? I just love how you were just so confident. You're like, oh, I got this. This is easy. And then you came back in the car, and you and your mom had like a yay! Did y'all do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So from there, I know you sent it to me, but tell everybody what kind of closings you've done so far. Like what you've done, like refis, and what else?
I've done refinance, I've done purchase, HELOC, loan modifications, mm-hmm. and seller package. Reverse? No, not yet.
Okay, that's okay. They're big. You don't want those. They're okay. But don't worry about that. So that is super awesome. Are you doing general notary work too, or just loan closing?
Yeah. So I had just started getting phone calls from my Google page. So I'm doing a lot of calling.
Pause. I would like to point out that Miss Ashley listens, and she has a Google page. Okay, guys, how long did it take you to set that up? Can you hear me?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah, you. How long did
it didn't take me that long. Maybe like 10 minutes.
Look how easy.
And then I had to wait for the verification code to even start anything. So it was really quick.
Yeah, and then you got it set up, and now you get phone calls. So tell us about the general notary work. How's that going?
It's really good. I've had like a few people just call me on accident, I guess, but I had this one yesterday. It was a will, so I went and did that. It was really quick, maybe 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. It's really easy.
Yeah. How much did you get paid, if you don't mind sharing?
$75.
Listen, 30 minutes, $75. I love it. Look at her. She look honey. I just love that you're doing this. So I'm gonna say that for the end. So you're doing general notary work, you're doing loan closings, and you feel confident doing both?
Yes.
Okay. Do you feel like business is picking up? How are you feeling about it?
Yes, it's kind of slow for me right now, but I'm just applying to more signing services and direct. So just waiting to hear back from them.
Are you going direct?
Yes.
Okay. Let's get it. So have you gone to any title companies yet?
No, not yet. I plan to after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So that whole day, I'm just going to different places.
You see, and y'all listen, because people be dragging their feet. This, honey, sometimes I want to call you a baby, but you're not a baby. This young lady is out here killing the game, and she's not scared. Do you have a plan for how you can go to title? Like you got your plan together? What you gonna say? Are you still
I
working?
don't, but I know to bring like little goodies and stuff like that.
Now your
Like
information. And your
snacks.
mom's sure gonna help you. Has your mom gone direct yet?
Yes.
Okay, so she'll help you. Is she plugging you
Mhm.
into her clients? Did she do that yet?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Right.
Like your mama has to help. Like mom has to give you the plug. Like, okay, come here. Let me help you a little bit. And that is amazing. So you're doing general notary work. You're doing loan closing. Are you gonna get into Ron? Into e-notary?
Yeah, I'm already in Ron.
Okay, so what are you
I
doing?
had my first Ron yesterday.
How'd it go?
It was good. It was like a little complication. He had already like filled out the spots beforehand, but we had all settled out. But it was really easy.
What platform did you use? Did you use it? Did you do it?
I used Zoom.
Okay. And then, so this is your personal Ron, or this is like something you get from a company?
I think it was a company, I believe.
Okay, no worries. We'll figure it out. But I'm so proud of you. So you know, like, well, we'll talk. So I have something for you. I'm just really excited. So we talked about you did general notary work, you're doing loan closing, and now you're in Ron. Look at Alexis on the Zoom. Don't worry, I got the Zoom. Relax. I got this. Look, I got this. So I was like, wait, Zoom. I got this. Relax, calm down. Okay. What? She threw me off with her comment. So this is really awesome. You're taking some training. You're going out doing loan closings. Have you set like a goal for how much you want to make as a notary signing agent?
No, not yet. You were talking about that when we were at the brunch, and I was making notes about that. But I kind of wanted to make a like realistic amount.
Why would you
like,
want to be
starting
realistic?
off?
Don't be realistic. That's the worst thing you can do. Don't, because
I don't want to set the goal too high, and then it'd be too high for me to make it.
Nothing is too hard for you to make. What? Give me some numbers. What are you thinking? We're gonna work this out right now.
You mean like a day or a week?
You can do a week or a month, and then we'll break it down from there. Like, what would be a good goal?
A week, maybe 800.
Okay. Wait, let me ask you this. Do you want to keep other employments, or would you like to do this full time?
I want to do full time.
Okay. So if with you not having any other employment, would it still be 800 a week, or would you want to make more than that?
I want to make more, but 800.
Don't butt. Stop. Don't butt. So this is what I need you to do, and I'm gonna help you. This is what I need you to do. I want you to make, if you haven't already, make a clear vision, make a goal list. We talked about that, right? Of what actually wants. Okay. And I want you to think about it, not in terms of being 19, not in terms of, being with your mom, none of that. Like, if you could have anything, right? If you were in like a white space, like the Matrix, and you could have anything, make that, right? Make that idea and then make that dollar amount. So like $800 is cool. That's fine. But that's something that I probably would have said when I was 19. Right. But there are 19-year-olds that can make $2,000 a week. People, they can make $10,000 a month. Like, your limits are literally whatever you decide they are. You see what I'm saying? So in your perfect world, right, as a notary, now, how much would you want to make? For you to be comfortable, for you to go shopping, for you to get your hair done, because honey, you look real cute. And I'm like, okay, if you look, you like getting your hair done, you like getting your nails done, you like to shop. I'm sure you like a nice car, and you want to just be able to do things. You want to travel. I wish I traveled more when I was 19, but you need to travel. Huh?
I plan on it.
See, and you need money to travel, right? Okay, so now with all of those things mixed in, how much money do we need to make?
Let's go 3,000.
There we go. All right, so that's 3,000 a week.
Yes.
Okay, so we're setting a 12,000 a month goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we have that. That makes me so happy. Doesn't that feel better? Like, can you imagine when you get to, because you're gonna get there. You wrote that down, I'm sure. $12,000 a month, 3,000. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna break that down. If I'm making 3,000 a week, how many do I have to do? So y'all help me out here. We're going to do a ballpark estimation. Even though, you know, it may fluctuate a little bit. Let's just say divided by 100. So you got to do 30 signings. I know I got a calculator for that. Y'all leave me alone. You got to do 30 signings a week, right? Ballpark, if you got paid $100 a piece. But sometimes you might get general notary work. You could do wrongs. There's a lot of ways to fill that in. That's just if you're doing $100 signings. That's 30. That's like, what is that? Divided, that's like what, 5 a day if you work 6 days, I think. So ballpark 5 a day. But let's say you do 6 a day, you know, or let's say you do, you know, 4 and then 2 general notary works. There's a lot of ways to work it, but now you have a clear focus. Okay, I can get this 3,000 if I do about 30 loan closings. And 30 loan closings is easy. That's easy. You could do that. Okay. But you can also fill it in with general notary work. You could fill it in with Ron's. There's a lot of things we can fill it in with, but 3,000 is definitely very doable. And I'm gonna help you because we're gonna get there together. Okay. It's gonna be so nice. You know why? So let me think. Hold on. Before I tell you this, I'll make sure I got all my questions out first. Before I tell you this, do you have any questions? Is there anything you about the notary business that you have questions about?
No.
Okay, we good. Plus, you got your mama there. So first off, before I tell you this, how is mommy doing? How is she doing in the business?
She's doing really good. I think she just came back from a signing at 10 o'clock.
Really? Is she there?
Yeah, she's here.
Ma!
Oh my gosh! Hi!
Ma! Wait a minute! She was right there. That's right. Oh, I got to be in the mix. Hey, Mom!
Hi, guys! Oh my gosh!
Baby laughed so hard. Wait, where's Bosh? I'm right here.
Right here with my baby, right here.
Oh, y'all are amazing. Y'all are really, really amazing. So, first of all, kudos to Mom because you put your baby on a whole like situation. You didn't just say, you like, hold on, let me help you get your business together. You're setting her up. Like most people at 19, they're not doing this. They're not doing this. And so like kudos to Mom. So
Thank you.
How long have you been doing this? How long have you been a notary?
So I have actually been a notary for 30 years.
Okay.
Just you know, as a notary. I started off at work as an office manager. However, I've only been a loan signing agent since the pandemic.
Okay. And what made you get into that?
Because my neighbors everyone was refinancing and they knew that I was a notary. So everyone started calling me saying, can you come over? Or if it wasn't for refinances, then people were taking out equity or the thrifty savings plans, you know, for the government. They were remodeling homes. So everyone just started calling me. Then one friend would refer me to someone else in their neighborhood. I was going around, I was doing a lot of power of attorneys because, you know, people couldn't get into the nursing homes. So I was meeting people outside in parking lots on top of cars. I was just making it happen. So that's when my loan signing journey started, really since the pandemic.
Okay, and then now, do you do this full time now, or do you?
No, I don't do it full time, but that is definitely my goal because I still have a full time job. But I'm trying to even think how I would even do it full time because it's just like I'm so busy. That is the goal, though, to do it full time. But you know, I've tried to set myself on a schedule of what I need to do to get there. But because, of course, you know, I want to be making the income as a notary, as a loan signing agent that I have for my full-time job.
So now I got to ask you the same thing that I asked your daughter. What's the goal? How much do we need?
10,000. I don't have to think about it.
Okay. Both of what we said. We said 12 or we said 10. We said 10 too, right?
We said 12.
We said 12. How your baby outdoing you? How the baby outdoing you?
Yes, because I still have my job. You know, I still have my full-time job. But you know, my position is really flexible, so I'm able to get out. Like this morning, I had one that was at 10 o'clock. Unfortunately, the signer, she would not sign the documents. So, things happen, I understand, but the title company is from Manassas, which is probably about an hour away from here. So they just asked me to be on standby for today. So I am, but I am targeting more direct signings right now. And Ashley didn't tell you because she kind of had a bad experience with one of the title companies that we were working directly for.
What happened?
So Ashley and so I'm the preferred signing agent for one of the local builders here in the area.
Yeah.
And that's how I brought Ashley on. So I oversee one development, and then they assigned Ashley for another development, which is really,
I love it.
The development that they assigned Ashley to was in Front Royal, Virginia, which is a 2-hour drive.
Oh, okay.
And she did the signing, but the signing was for 4 people was on the loan.
That was a hard one anyway. First of all, that's not you. I have issues when it's multiple people because it's so many names. It's so many names. So what happened? You made a mistake?
She missed an initial from off of the deed. Mm-hmm. So she at the bottom, where they have the initials at the bottom, where she got all 3 initials, but she missed one initial at the bottom because that person's signature was on the next page.
Gotcha.
So she didn't know that she needed to get the signature at the bottom as well. So she went back out, she corrected it, she fixed the mistake. The next morning, she got up and of course, she went to Publix because I told her, what to do. Go to Publix. You need to take them a nice treat. Mm-hmm. So we got a nice pastry ring from.
I'm helping you.
we got a nice pastry ring from Publix, and we took it there. And she drove to the title company 1 hour to Tyson's Corner. And by the time she got back home, the escrow officer said, Ashley is really sweet and she seems really shy. And Ashley she's very shy. But she said, but unfortunately, we can't use her again. What? What? So on that day.
Don't worry about that, sweetheart. Okay. Don't worry about that, sweetheart. That's one company out of hundreds of thousands. It's okay. They're going to wish. That's all right because they're going to come ask you later. Once you get all the credentials and stuff, they're going to be like, oh, Ashley. And you're going to say, I'm sorry. What? My fee is this. Okay. Don't worry about that. That's something small. Because usually when you fix a mistake, they will do that.
So she fixed the mistake. And so then when Ashley got home, I had to tell her what the escrow officer said, and she was so crushed. She's like, she was literally almost in tears. She's saying, I even went back.
I did all that driving to fix the mistake.
She said I fixed the mistake. She said I didn't know that it was 4 people on the loan, and I missed one signature, and they're telling me that they can't use me anymore. But however, they did say, get more training. And we have 4 new developments coming up in the area in Virginia. So if you get more training, then we'll consider to bring you back on. Yeah. So she's getting the additional training. I'm still the preferred signing agent. And I go wherever they're building and I close out the development that we've been working on for 1 year, because my very first signing was December 30th of 2020. So it's been 1 year. So I've closed that development out, and now I'm preparing for the next 4 developments that they have. But Ashley has done plenty of signings with them before. I really think that it was just a miscommunication, and I really think that the sales manager at the model home requested that she not come back.
And that's what I think. So I think it also They knew she was your daughter. They knew she was 19. She made a mistake. Her coming in being shy. Whoever was there, they probably just was like, oh, she's a baby or something like that. And so there's two pieces to this. The first piece is, yes, we will work on confidence and, I'm not a baby, sir and ma'am. Okay. And like asserting yourself, because for some reason, it's not, I don't know. People feel like they treat children, I'm not calling you a child. They treat children how, they treat them like they're not people, like they're not, like they don't get a voice. You can't be awesome. You can't do that. No, this is a person. Just because they're not 18, because the government says when you're 18, you're actually an adult, doesn't mean they can't be awesome. They can't be great. They can't be powerful. That doesn't mean that. Right. And so you can see that now where you're seeing millionaire, 12 and 13-year-olds now running whole companies. And so it's a mindset shift that has to change. A lot of people think that they may see, like you may go on, I don't know if you've experienced this, you may go into loan signings and they might say, oh my God, you look so young. How are you doing that? Because they're trained to think that children can't be in that position. You're supposed to be in college or in high school or working at Starbucks or Target. You're not supposed to be owning your own business. Who said that? Right? No, you. That's what we're doing. I can do what I want to do. And so I think that as we work, it's also confidence building, because once you start to, and when people treat you that way, you kind of take it on, and so you have to be able to take that off and say, no, I'm Ashley. This is my business. I'm a loan signing agent. I'm well competent. I know what I'm doing, this, that, and the third. And when you show that your confidence will precede you, and then people will take you, because people do that to me when I don't know why. That's because I'm like 19 too. But I'll go and they'll be like, how old are you? And I'll say 30. Well, when I was 30, now I'm 31. I'll say 31. How can I help you? Right. But now I don't care. It doesn't matter what your age is. And so you're going to see that as you go out, as you're networking. But what I would highly encourage you, and we can work on, is that confidence, and you have to get into your head where you do own a business. You can be a successful entrepreneur. You can be a millionaire. You can have anything you want to because you decided it. And just because you are 19 or when you become 20, that doesn't mean anything. And people have ideas about who you are. That's their ideas. That's nothing to do with who you are. And so once you really become confident in who you are and what you say you want, it's gonna, you're gonna be able to like push it out, and people are gonna respect you. You're gonna walk into rooms and they're gonna be like, oh, she about something. She got something going on, right? It's gonna be a different level of respect, and they're gonna be interested for what you have to say. You see what I'm saying? And so that comes over time. Like the more you do it, the more confident you'll get. So don't worry about her, because them telling you that because you made a mistake, it was not the mistake. I can tell you that now. I've missed deed signatures. I've missed whole signatures, multiple ones. Okay. And I'm sure a lot of people watching this have missed multiple ones. What it was your age. Yeah. That's what that was. It was not that you missed one initial. Okay, it's not what it was. And so it was your age, and it's probably the way they perceived you. Like, oh, she's young. She don't know what she's doing. She gonna make another mistake because she a baby. That's what that is. So you're gonna have to get to where, ma'am, respectfully, and then just own. You got to be like, no, sir and ma'am, and like just get your confidence up to where you demand what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like you come in forceful, but it's just a way that you present yourself in confidence, and then they'll deal with you differently. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But yeah, so don't worry about her or him, whoever it was, because there's a lot of companies out there. We're gonna work with that. We're gonna get you straight, boo boo. Okay. But yeah. I just love, go ahead. What were you gonna say, Mom? What you about to say?
So I've just been trying to, since that mishap, I've just been, trying to train her more, get her more familiar with that document. I went over that mistake, that particular package with her, and showed her, even though the person's name was on the next page, because it was 4 people, they still are required to sign, the previous page as well. Yeah. So we went over that package, and I've even invited Ashley to go back to, because there's different locations for the builder. So I've, invited Ashley to come back to one of the locations with me. I'm like, you want to, go with me today? But I think she may just feel a little embarrassed because of the mistake. But I don't want that to. She says, that how you feeling?
Yeah, I didn't want people to look at me like, oh, she messed up.
When your mommy was talking, I was going to tell you to stop thinking about that. Like what happened, let that go. Because if you keep thinking about it, you're gonna be thinking about what they said when you go into every other title company, and now it's gonna show. Like when you think about like mistakes and things that you've done, it shows when you're talking, because it goes back to confidence. It's gonna affect your confidence. I'm telling you, you can listen to me or you cannot. I'm telling you that the mistake that you made, anybody can make. Right. I miss signatures. I still miss signatures. Not intentionally. It just happens. It's just sometimes you get so caught into it. You're like, oh, snap, how I missed that? That's crazy. Right? So you missing a signature is not something new under the sun. Right? It is what it is. And you went out of your way. You know how many notary signing agents would not have driven back 2 hours? Honey, a lot of them would have been like, my phone don't work. Or I'm going out of town. I'm not driving 2 hours. And then on top of that, another hour, what you did actually was above and beyond. And she should have recognized that. That is her flaw, that she didn't recognize that you were hungry for what you're doing and that you would put more in than some of the people that they have already there, because you're willing to go above and beyond where most notaries would not have. But that's her short sight. That's their... Someone said age discrimination. That's their age discrimination that they can't see past, and that's fine. That's their loss. Don't worry about that. But let that go. Let that go, because that's one thing you got to remember. It's like that's like a single rice in like a whole bag. Like that's one person. You know how many title companies there are? There are so many title companies. Okay, there are so many title companies. There's so many signing services. Like there's signing services that would have like put you as preferred just because you went back 2 hours. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, she bought her business, because a lot of notaries would not have done that unless they say you gonna pay me. Like, I'm not going back 2 hours. Right. And so let that go. That's we done with that. We don't even talk about that no more. That's my thing too. Whenever something negative happens after I release it, we don't even talk about it. We not talking about it. Mama not talking about it. Nobody talking about it. We done with that. We over that. That's gone. That's gone. That's gone. Okay? And we focus on the future, because we have $12,000 to make, right? Can't even worry about that. We gotta stay focused. That's something so small, and it's probably meant to just mess you up and get you discouraged. We're not doing that, because we on a path. Okay? We focused. We tunnel vision. Cool, right? And Mama tunnel vision, because she got her goal. She got her 10,000 going. But I love how you guys work together. I love the team. I think that's super, super awesome. Like how you guys are working together, how you're bringing her on. And that's what we need to see more of, like the parents in those positions where they can say, hey, I have connections. Let me help you. So that way she can make more money. Honey, when you start making your 12,000, we're going to be best friends. Good. I'm like, girl, hold on, look at my friend. You can hang on with my friends. They can be like, hold on, how old is she? Don't worry about that, sweetheart. I'm excited. So before to make sure I don't skip ahead, what I want to do, Ashley, because I was just like, oh my God, I just love that you are doing this thing. I know you said you are in the training. I have to check, because I should have checked, but I know Anastasia's watching. She's gonna check for me. Are you in all the trainings, or are you in a few of them?
I just did the training that covers everything. I can't remember what it's called.
Don't worry about that. We're going to put you in all the trainings. Okay. So you have everything you need. We're going to get you in all the lives that we have. So we have the launch run. We're going to do that. We're going to do the go direct to title. Okay. We're going to put you in a coaching program for a year. You have a year to use it. Okay, if you want to use it, you can use it. If you don't need to use it, you don't have to use it. You're going to love Angel. Okay, Angel is so good with motivation and like confidence building. He's really, really, really good at that. Like he can get me together sometimes. Okay, he's really, really good with that. And then you also have me, where I can help you. I'm going to help you. Okay, and then I just want to stay connected. So if you have questions, you need anything, you're going to get this ultimate signing and title company list. So you have a whole 2,000 plus list of title companies. You have to worry about her. Okay, when you see her list come up, just put a line through it. Go to the next one. We don't need her. We don't need her. Okay, we gonna keep on going. Okay, and I just really, if you need anything, just shoot me an email. We are here, and I'm just so excited. I'm so excited for you. So I better make sure you stay the course. Okay, stay the course. You gonna check in with me. What we gonna do? Like every 2 weeks? Is that good? Can you do that? Okay, at least every 2 weeks to let me know where you are. You could do more than that. You just send me an email. Let me know if you have questions. You know, anything that's going on, let me know. If you need help, you need to find an accountant, let me know. You need to get you some notary assist. We got to get you set up. You need some insurance, okay? Whatever it is, I know you got your mama, but then you got me, okay? So we can make sure that you go on the right path because I think it's so nice. Have your friends asked you about it yet?
I feel like people my age, they don't really know what it is. So I just have to like explain it to them, but I don't really think they know what it is.
Really? They ain't see the money yet. Is that what it is? When they see the money.
I ain't even like give them that type of information, but
when they see the money, because look, you gonna be taking trips, you gonna have you always gonna stay flossy, right? You gonna have the new car. They're gonna be like, hold on, what does Ashley do? They're like, oh, what?
It's a secret.
Look, you're not gonna tell me what. Tell me, you gotta put them on. You're like, no, darling, it's a secret. You'll never know. That's not nice. You gotta share. Each one teach one. Each one teach one. Okay, or at least teach your best friend, your other best friend. I'm your first best friend, but teach your other best friend so that way you can put her on. Like, okay, this is what we doing, right? It's gonna be nice. I love it. I love it.
But guess what?
Yes.
Guess whose name comes up in the Google search when you do notary
She's so
near
proud of
me?
you.
She's ahead of me. I said, how you get my spot?
She's so proud of you. She is so proud of you. Do you know that? Like, she's like, look at my baby. Oh, I think y'all are so awesome. Perfect mom-daughter duo. This could be awesome. I see that. Then y'all can have like a signing service, and y'all could just be like killing the game. Like
when I get a lot of requests for general notary work here in the area. Because I do hold a 5-star rating here in the area. So a lot of my general notary work that I give them to her, but I go with her. You know, I introduce myself and I said, this is Ashley. She's going to be taking care of you today because I want her to get the experience. I've done plenty of general notary work. I want her to be there. I want her name to be out there. I want her to have the experience and the success that I have as a loan signing agent. I want to pass it to her.
That is so, y'all gonna make me cry. So sweet. But that's exactly how I am with my daughter. I'm exactly when I'm always like teaching her and telling her like we just want the best for them. Like we don't want them to go through what we went through. So we're like, oh my God, I just want you to be awesome. And it's just like, it's so sweet. I love that. You love your mama because your mama's sweet. So awesome. I'm gonna have to see y'all again. I don't know the next time I'll be out that way because you guys are like Virginia Beach area.
No, we're in Stafford. We're in the Fredericksburg area.
You're in Northern Virginia.
But on January 9th, I'm hosting a notary networking event here in Fredericksburg.
Well, send it to me.
So we would love to have you.
Yay! Send it to me. Just email me. Info@notary. Send it to me. That is so awesome. Look at mommy. She out here making moves. Let's see. That means Ashley is going to host one soon too, correct?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I think it's going to be the Ashley and Vanessa show, and we're going to have a networking event, and you're going to be talking. I'm going to sit down and listen to you talk. That's what I think.
I'll do one with you, but I don't know about by myself.
All right, we can do one together. Girl, I just feel like I want us to both like be like bosses. Like I want us to both roll in like, you know, in our Mercedes and like we have like a nice outfit and stuff and like we like matching with our like Birkin bag and stuff. And then I'll be like, Ashley, and he be like, Vanessa. And I'm like, let's go. Right? And I feel like it'll be be so cool. It'll be so cool. Because I have to use you as like my notary daughter, because my daughter, she can't do it yet because she's 10. So it's like, oh, I gotta wait. You know, and by the time she turns 18, who even knows if notary is gonna be the same in 8 years? You know, it could be completely different. So I have to make you my notary baby. Like,
well, thank you.
But you still have your mom, like your second mom. Like,
but it's good for her to have someone else, because sometimes I think it's better for her to hear it from other people versus directly from me. I think she will receive it better.
Yeah.
From someone else.
And we can talk about other stuff too. Like, it's not just about notary, but like self-development, you know, business building. This is just one business. You can have more than one, you know. So it's just like, but it's just opening your eyes to different things. And do you travel?
No.
Not really.
Where's the furthest you've been?
I haven't really been a lot of places, but Atlanta.
Atlanta's nice. I like Atlanta. We gotta get you traveling. When you travel, it's just like it opens up everything. Like all of the things that you saw, because if you don't travel, you only get the culture of that area. Okay, and there's a lot of limitations to just one area. And so traveling opens your eyes to different cultures. It opens your eyes to different possibilities. And then it allows you to be more creative. It allows you to say, oh my gosh, I can do all these things, because you start to see people that are younger than you doing it, right? And so it just opens up all the possibilities for you. And then you can run. Like, I'm running now, but I'm 31. You know, if I would have known at 19 that I could run, honey, by this point, I'd probably be Jeff Bezos' best friend. We would have been on the moon together. Well, he didn't go to the moon, but I would have been in outer space together. But it's okay. I'm just saying, you have a lot more time to run. You have a lot more time. You know what I'm saying? So, honey, you got a passport?
No, I went to the UPS store or the post office, and I got like a form for it though.
Okay, so we're gonna go to CVS. We're gonna take our picture, okay, and we're gonna get the passport, or at least apply for the passport, because you need that, okay? Because you're gonna be traveling, you're gonna be all over the place, okay? You gotta get the passport, right?
Yeah.
Right? I love it. I'm excited. I'm just so happy. Okay, so now we have things to do. I'm gonna email you and send you all the things. I'm gonna put you into everything so you get all the notifications, and then we're gonna plan this networking event. And Mom's gonna send me her networking event so I can come.
Yes.
And then we have our goal of 12,000. That 12,000, we broke that down. That's what we said, 30 a week, right? So we got 5 services to sign up with, right?
Yeah. I sit at my computer and do that all day.
See, I love it. I love it. We're going to knock these out. Do you have professional pictures?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good. Yeah, we're going to get this. We're going to get this right. I'm excited. This is going to be so fun. Okay. All right. So first, thank you, Mom. Thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. I feel like everybody needs to see your story. Like, everybody needs to see your story, especially people who are like scared to do it, you know? It's just like, no, you can't be scared. You have to run. You got to run. So I'm so excited. I just feel like you're a baby, even though you're not a baby. So don't be mad. Oh, it's just like, oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. I feel like you're the celebrity that I'm like, oh my God, look. So I'm excited. But definitely do not hesitate to call me. Do not hesitate to email me. I'm all about like helping people, especially when they're young. Like, because completely change the trajectory of your life. It can completely change, you know, everything. So reach out to me. I am here. Let me know. They know, everybody on the team know Ashley. Okay. So just like, oh, I need to get to Vanessa. I got you. Okay. All right, guys. You guys have a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have fun. We'll connect. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, y'all. That was Miss Ashley, y'all. First of all, she is awesome, guys. I am completely. She's awesome. She is amazing. I think that's just amazing. It's so much. It's so much that goes into that. It's just like I don't even know where to begin to start. I don't know if y'all have kids If you have kids, then you probably understand what I'm saying. If you don't have kids, just think back to when you were like 19 and what you were doing, and it makes me happy to see. When I was 19, I didn't have anybody, pouring into me, teaching me, about self-development or starting businesses or, just being more than just going to college and get a job or just, it was always just the regular. People weren't pouring into me to travel or to fix my credit or, it was so restricted. And it's funny because you don't know you're restricted, because if you grow up in a box, you don't know you're in a box, right? You only know you're in a box if you grow up outside the box and then someone puts you in a box. But when you grow up in the box, you don't know. And so oh my God, it's so awesome because her mom is amazing. Her mom is awesome. But I'm really happy to see, even just one person, do something different. A lot of times, it could have been completely different. She could have just, done Starbucks, for a couple years. Who knows where that would have led her, especially that maybe she didn't want to go to college. Maybe she's, end up meeting a guy, getting married, having kids, and just living a regular, average American life. Like low. When I say low income, I mean like under six figures. Okay. And then, not really traveling. I met someone yesterday who was basically just telling me that, where, how culture is, they never got a passport because no one had a passport. They never traveled because no one traveled. And it's like, when you grow up that way, and no one's exposing that to you, you don't know what you're missing, and so it's just, that's why I started with the notary, but then I said it's so much bigger than notary. It's so much bigger than building a business because it's so much more out there than just, you can be a notary signing agent and make money, but if you don't travel and you don't work on self-development, you're still kind of limited. And so I'm like, no, we're not just gonna stay on building a notary business. Like, we're gonna talk about self-development, confidence, credit, personal credit, business credit. Like, I'm gonna give you all the game because, like, why not? Why would I not give her all the game? Like, it makes no sense to me. That's like, when people don't share information, it's really stupid if you think about it. Because if I have information that can make your life better and I don't share it, you're living a crappy life. People who live crappy lives are the ones that end up doing stuff that y'all know what I'm talking about. They end up being nasty. They're the ones that end up giving you a hard time. They're the ones that, they, at the end of the day, you never know when you're gonna run back into them, and you could have made their life better, and so it's just like, and I think that comes from, and I was talking to somebody probably like 2 weeks ago, they were just like, oh no, because I don't tell people stuff because I don't want them to take my money, take my business. When you say things like that, it shows the limitedness of your mind. Do you know? Take a minute and just research business. Do you know how much money moves every day? Like, I mean, billions, but I mean, there's like $1 million sales happening every day. People are spending so much money every day that the thought that you telling somebody how to do a loan signing is going to take what, a couple $100 from you? Are you kidding me? Like it's so limited. Like, you're thinking so small, but a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that because, and that is not necessarily their fault. It's just a lack of information. It's a lack of being exposed. And when you really understand that there's so much more out there, that it tears away the selfishness. It tears away the hoarding. And really that comes from a poverty mindset, because you feel like there's not enough, because maybe you grew up with not having enough. And so when you grow up not having enough, you hoard money because you don't want to ever not have it again. But that mindset stops you from really being free and, helping other people, but also expanding. Like, that can hurt you. There are people who don't expand in their business and in their lives because they're so limited. You heard people say, oh, I don't need all that, because and it's not that. Sometimes it's just people are afraid to take that leap, to do that thing, because they're like, well, what if this happens? Or what if that happens? I don't know. I don't want that problem, this, that, and the third. I've taught people before who refuse to buy a car with a car loan because they previously had cars repossessed and they were just afraid that they might do that again. Even though they had they had money, they were just so scarred from having a car repossessed. They said they'd never do it again. I just want to pay cash for my stuff and just get a used car. That's a poverty mindset when you have that reason. Now, if you want to pay cash for cars, that's fine. But when you think about, I only want to pay cash for cars that are used that I can afford, because if I get a car loan, I don't want to get it repossessed because I don't want to miss payments and then have this happen to me again. You're letting that scar come back and you're not free. And that's that poverty mindset. And we have that a lot. And when you grow up in poverty, I still have things like that happen to me. I was telling empire builders, I said, I'm gonna tell you, I'm being completely transparent. I brought Shalita on to be our office manager, right? And so I'm moving on to other business ventures. So I'm really trying to automate Notary to Notary where it can operate without me being really hands-on every day. Y'all know I have the e-Notary platform that I'm building, at On-Time Notary that I'm building. I can't do all this clerical stuff. And so one piece we got to was refunds and, going through the processing of the money. And I always did that. And so she was like, she came in like what she normally is, okay, show me how to do it. But she has experience in doing this. And I'm like, so I know she knows what she's doing. But my first reaction was, no, you don't touch the money, right? And so I was like, you can't touch the money. I touch the money, right? But I had to stop and think. And it was not even the same day. It was like the next day I stopped and I was like, Vanessa, why will you not let somebody be in control of the money? And I had to really do self-reflection. I was like, that's that poverty mindset. That's that I don't want nobody to touch my money, because if they touch it, I might be poor again and I can't have that. So I need to have the reins on the money. But me doing that was hindering me, because if I don't let somebody else do that, I don't have the time to go on and build more businesses. And so I had to stop and say, Vanessa, that's your poverty mindset. Your poverty mindset is keeping you here. And so for the record, I did go ahead and let her do that. It was hard. And I was like, oh my God. But I said, Vanessa, and I didn't think about it. I think about owners of, $1 million, $1 billion companies. They're not doing all that. They have people who have an accountant team. They have a finance team. And so, Vanessa, if you're trying to go to the next level, you cannot be so hung up on the money and managing of the money that you can't let it go to someone else to manage, because you just say, well, what about my money? But what about my money? That's me being scared. And that comes from poverty. That comes from not having. And so I'm like, oh, I got to hold on to it. But me holding on to it was preventing me from going on and growing in other areas. Does that make sense? And so all of that kind of plays a part. And so now, yes, she's doing it. Yet now she's, able to do all those things, and she's taking that space. But it was a growing up for me. And so you have to ask yourself, especially if you grow up in poverty, you have to ask yourself why you do the things you do. That was something I didn't know I had that problem, because it never came, it never showed up into where it was brought to my face. But you got to think about that. I would have had that problem, for forever. But had it not been shown to me with this situation, I wouldn't know that I had that problem. Right? You see what I'm saying? So it's really important to do that reflection. It's really important to take the time to really dig into you, right? It's not just about, making money. You can make all the money in the world and still be miserable. Okay? Y'all see people who make all the money in the world and commit suicide. Okay? It's not just about making all the money. You have to have a balance between self-development, what's it called? Self-actualization, and financial freedom and time freedom. Okay? Kind of went left there, but y'all know what I meant. And I just think it's really good that she's gonna have a different start in life. I think that's more so why I'm taking a really pull to her, because I didn't have that, and so seeing her have that opportunity is like, yo, that's awesome. That right there, that's awesome. And so that's why we're doing the Give Me a Sign Foundation. If you guys haven't seen that post, that's why I'm doing the Give Me a Sign Foundation, because I was actually talking to one of my coaches, I think it was like earlier this year or last year, and they were saying it's okay to make lots of money, but how are you going to give back? And so I had to stop and think and say, what do I like doing? What do I want to do? Where's my heart? And so we want to do, I like lots of causes, right? So Give Me a Sign is actually helping lots of causes, but one program underneath Give Me a Sign is for high school seniors and for young adults, because y'all know I'm passionate about the criminal justice system. If I can just change the trajectory of people's lives and let's not do that. A lot of people end up, getting in trouble because they just didn't have other options that they knew of. It wasn't presented to them. It's a lack of information. And when this is a repeating cycle, it's a repeating cycle, but her mom did something different and she's changing that cycle for her. So now as a 19-year-old with a business, she's going to have a higher standard of living, right? So her standards are going to be higher. Right. So like regular guys will be able just to come to her with nothing because she's like, I got a whole business. What you got? Right. Her standards are going to be higher now. And when she has kids, her standards for her kids are going to be higher because now she has a higher standard because of what her mom did. You see what I'm saying? And so if you can get them young, y'all, you can get them young. It's so much harder to change people when they get older because they get stuck in their ways. And it's really hard to do. But when you get them young, where they're still moldable, it's so easy. And you can really start to expose. It's like the guy, Spurgo, his story. When he was he started when he was 12 or 14, that clothing line, that's now $1 million clothing line. And then Nehemiah Davis took him under his wing. 2 years, turned his company to $1 million company, but poured into him. He didn't have to do that. Poured into this 14-year-old kid. I think he was from Detroit or somewhere. Poured into him. And now, stop playing. If you don't know Spurgo, go find out. But that's what I'm saying. We need more people like that that's pouring in to these young people, even though I'm young too, but to these young people to change their trajectory. I talk about it all the time. There is a pipeline to prison system in this country. And if you don't think that that is the case, you are mistaken. There is a pipeline to prison system in this country. There's a statistic that I heard. The nonprofit is called the Give Me a Sign Foundation. Hold on a second. I sent an email out about it and it's not on the website yet, but if you want to donate to it, you can. This is the link for that. You'll see it in a minute, but it's called the Give Me a Sign Foundation. I'll post that on social media again too. I just put it in the chat for you guys. But it's just so it's a pipeline to prison system. Basically, it's a statistic that I heard that was basically like they calculate. It's like it's actually, let me get the statistic first if I give you the wrong thing. But basically, it's the system in this country based off of the people, the children in certain communities, inner city communities, things like that. Look it up. It's a lot. It's a lot. I actually, one of my nonprofit boards, I had the teacher of the year on my board, and he really heavily focused on that. And that was his major platform, was changing, and really in order to change, especially if people don't see it, if you don't see that there's another way to live, you won't. Okay. 5 years ago, I had no idea I could live like this. Okay. It never crossed my mind. I never thought it was a possibility. I never thought I could live this way. And not to say, like, in my mind, everybody went to work. In my mind, everybody had a 9 to 5 or an 8-hour shift. In my mind, everybody made a certain amount of money. In my mind, this is what you had to do. In my mind, everybody's kids went to public school. In my mind, everybody had to do this. Everybody struggled. Most people have bad credit. Everybody has all these bills. This is what I was thinking, right? Everybody thinks about their bills all day, right? I don't know how many of y'all know that. How many of y'all have that thought? Everybody thinks about their monthly bills all day. I don't think about my monthly bills anymore. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even know that was possible, okay? Because it had never been exposed to me. What do you hear people all the time? Oh, my bills. Make sure you put enough money aside for your bills. Oh, your bills. Oh, your bills. That's a poverty mindset. Okay. I'm not worried about my monthly bills. I don't even think about it. They're on auto pay. Okay. But I never knew that. I never knew that to be a possibility. Right. I never knew that because it had never been exposed to me. And so we don't expose people, even you guys, like before you found out about Notary, you didn't know about it. Right now, I'm teaching people all over the country how they can have time freedom, making their own schedule, making great money. But before you were exposed to it, you didn't know. Right. And so imagine what else there is that you don't know. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why exposure is so important. It is so important. And especially when you can expose children and young adults, people become products of what they see. And I'm a firm believer of that, in that we can change the trajectory of people's lives. We can take young men and young women and make them business owners. We can take them and make them strong, powerful women, strong, powerful men. We can take them young and teach them about personal credit. When I turned 18, nobody taught me about personal credit. Y'all know I got the credit cards and I maxed them out. Okay. No one taught me about personal credit. I had to learn that later. Now I have good credit, but I had to go through a whole lot of and hot water to get to that point because no one taught me about that. But how many of you guys know about personal credit? How many of you guys know about personal credit? How many of you guys are teaching someone else about personal credit? That's what I'm talking about. But then we complain about the crime. We complain about the guys walking down the street, making all the noise and being extra. We complain about the girls being, loosey-gooseys and acting crazy, but you're not doing nothing. But you're going to complain about it when you know better. That's what I'm saying. When you know better. When you know better, teach. It don't take that much. I'm not telling you to do a whole corporate event. I'm telling you to find one person. That's it. I'm telling you to find one person, one young person. Or, there's so many parents out there. Look, I have another nonprofit called Enhancing Education. And we worked in the schools. We worked in schools and we helped in inner city communities in Petersburg. If you know my area, you know what I'm talking about. Petersburg schools were never, they're hardly ever accredited. Okay. It is like one of the poorest cities in this state. Okay. It's bad. It's bad. And we worked in the elementary schools. I'm going to help y'all because I think some of y'all think that people are all right out here. No. I was in this school with these kindergartners, first grade, second grade, third graders. They would come to school with the same clothes on. Their hair wouldn't be done. It would be crazy what we would see. Sometimes they'll be left at home by themselves, and they would just tell the counselors who would tell us that their parents were not home. Would not come home for like a day or two. There were second, third, fourth graders watching babies. Okay. It's crazy what we see out there. One of the schools I was working with, they didn't even have a security system in the school. And they were telling me how the kids would leave in and out the school. And I'm talking about first, second, third, fourth graders who felt bold enough to walk in and out the school because they basically felt grown because they had no parents at home. But where are the parents? And then y'all look bad and say, oh, the parents' fault. No, the parents are doing what the parents were taught by their parents. Why? I was going into these communities and seeing their parents, and their parents is hanging out, drinking, doing drugs, looking crazy. They learned it from their parents. Someone has to step in, and someone has to just take one person. Let me help you, baby. Let me help you, baby. Otherwise, you can't complain. I don't even want to hear, if you hear a sob story, oh, a kid was left in the house and they died, and now you sad because the parent was out drinking. Are you helping anybody? Are you helping anybody? Or are you just going to cry when you hear the sad stories? Are you doing anything? Like, we all need to take part and do something. And I'm not telling you to start a whole nonprofit, but you can. I'm just saying find one person. I know you real busy. I know you so busy. You so busy. I know. But if you can just carve out 30 minutes of your time and just share something with somebody else, but you so busy. That's I don't know. I'm done. Cause y'all not y'all. I know y'all gonna help somebody. It just makes it's I don't know. We got to do better. We got to do better. And I'm not perfect. I feel like I probably could help more. I could do more. I could do more events. I could do, like, my sister's doing a Thanksgiving thing. She's feeding the homeless. Okay. I'm going to come out there. I'm going to do my thing. But I could do more. I could do more. But I'm doing. I have a box of school supplies right now in my car that I'm gonna drop off to my friend who's doing she's doing a community, for the kids. And she don't even really get paid. She just opened her doors and people from the streets. It's people from the streets, it's kids from the streets, young kids who don't everybody gave on them. They gave up on them. And so she like, come on, baby. And so I'm like, you can't give on kids. Kids are still growing. But a lot of times you see kids that's in the hood and stuff, and they acting crazy. And I remember when I was in the schools, like, as a little boy, I never forgot his face. I think he was like in second grade, and he was acting up in the class, right? And he was standing behind the door, and the door was like closed. He was behind the door, and the teacher kept saying, "Go sit down, go sit down, go sit down." He was fussing, and the principal or somebody was coming. They were like, well, "We're gonna send him home. We're gonna write him up." Da 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 da. And I said, "Can I talk to him?" And they were like, "Yeah." So I went and I said, "All right, y'all gonna watch y'all business, right?" And so I was like, "Yo, what's up?" And he won't talking at first, and I was like, "You can talk to me. I'm not your teacher, and I don't even work here. I'm just like, I just come and help out." And he was just standing there, and I was like, "It looks like you're upset. Do you want to talk about it?" And he was like, "No." And I said, "We want to talk about it. Do you want to talk about someone else?" And he was like, looking at me like, who this girl? And I was like, what? Like, obviously you're mad, and this is why you're acting out. But what if we could work on ways to deal with your anger differently? Because I get mad, and that's how somebody, like, I've slammed things, I've gotten into fights, I done did all that, but it don't work out as good as we intend. And it's like, if you do this, all they gonna do is send you home. You don't want to go home? Don't you want to be here with all your friends? And I just really started connecting with him, but not in like a judgmental kind of way. And and then at the end of the day, he really opened up, and we ended up walking, and then he laughing and having a good time. But I forgot he did have a bad day, and I think that was the kid. I think something that happened at home. He was having a hard time at home, and so I was telling the teacher, I was like, kids don't act out for no reason. Kids act out for a reason. There is a reason why young children, are defiant, or they're fighting, or they're doing something. It's not because they just want to. They're not born that way. They act out because they're having a problem with something, right? And so, anyway, period. We're going to stop it at that. But each one teach one. Each one teach one. The Give Me a Sign Foundation is alive and well. And so Ashley is my first baby in the Give Me a Sign Foundation. I'm excited. We're going to be connecting with high school seniors and young adults across the country. And it's not just teaching notary. We're going to teach business building in general. So if they want to do notary, awesome. We can get them in there. We're going to give them free printers. We're going to get them what you need. What do you need, right? We're going to get you together. You need some coaches. We can get you some coaches. You need some supplies. Get you supplies. What do you need, okay? Because we need more people like that. We need more people who can provide, who can not just, like, we need people who can actually help people, like, actually. And that's the thing, like, anyway, I can go on a whole soap opera box today, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah. So I wanted to share that. It made me so emotional. I feel like I could cry, but I'm not gonna cry. It did. If I do get ready to cry, I'm gonna turn the screen off, just so y'all know. I don't cry in front of nobody. That's something else I'm working on. I know I go to counseling and they say da 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 da, but that's you being too hard. That's fine. Okay, you'll never see me cry. You'll never smell it. Okay, that's something that I'm working on. My thing. But I'm just happy. I like to see, young people do better. It really makes me sad to see, like, kids and younger people, like, throwing their lives away, especially like when you see them all, like, when they get arrested and they have to go to jail and stuff. It's like, bro, like, you don't even understand. And like, so that is just anyway, we're gonna talk about that because I don't cry on national television. Boom, I'll turn it off. I will turn it off so fast. Y'all like, Vanessa, where she went? Vanessa had to turn the thing off for a second to get herself together. Okay? Get herself together. Got it together? I got it together. Okay. What was I saying? And I got all distracted. Y'all could talk. All right, change the subject, quick. All right, so Notaries to Notaries, the online training company that I help people build a successful online notary business. That's why I love y'all. I love people. People always ask, what's the difference between you and everybody else's company? I genuinely care about people. The money is good. I like money, but I genuinely care about people. Like, that's always been my character. I like people. I'm a people person. I like being around people. And if I got money, I want you to have money. It's no fun for me to be the only person to have money. Like, that's not fun. Like, right? And so if I know someone put you on game, if I find something out, I'm going to tell you about it. Period. I'm going to tell you about it. And I'm like, oh, did you find this out? Oh, apply for this. Like, why? I don't know. People, I don't know what's wrong with people. I'm just not like that. It's just not who I am. It's just not my personality. I was built a little different. List your businesses at Notary Directory USA. You can sign for the one-on-one coaching, right? You can do that. Empire Builders. That's where we do the life and business coaching every morning, Monday through Friday, 7:30 Eastern Standard, right? Join the text community. This is the calmest y'all ever gonna see me. Join the text community right there. Ultimate Wrong Guide, available on Amazon. So it's how to make $1,000 a week. It's Notary Public, so you can get that. Okay, hold on. Y'all just want to see me cry. I ain't crying. I go too hard to cry. I go too hard to cry. Go direct the title. That's available on the website. You can register for that event that's coming up. Miss Ashley will be attending for free. Go direct the title. That is available. That's coming up December 18th. Launch Ron is coming up December 11th. Make sure you see everyone who's speaking to teach you about how to go e-notary. Okay. Forbes Platinum Dinner. Let's talk about it. That one got me kind of hyped. It's funny. I was talking to somebody yesterday. I was networking with someone, and as a banker, I told you guys she's going to actually do a training with us about business loans and different things like that to help you guys. And I'm going to definitely get her connected with Empire Builder. So you guys, if you're, I think her bank is nationwide. She'll help you get approved for some loans and what you need to do to get approved for business loans and stuff. But I was talking to her, and she we were just talking about different things. And I said, oh, I got a dinner coming up. You should come. And she's like, what dinner? And I was like, oh, it's a Forbes dinner. And she was like, what do you mean a Forbes dinner? And I was like, I made the Forbes 1000 list. And she was like, are you kidding me? And she was like so excited. And I was like, what? She said, why didn't you lead with that? And I was like, I don't know how to lead with that. Like, I don't want to be like, hey, you see me on Forbes? Hey, you see me on Forbes? You know I'm on Forbes. Like, I don't really know. And it's funny because whenever I network and it kind of comes out, I never say it, right? And it kind of comes out in conversation, or like someone else would say it. And they'll be like, wait, you on the Forbes list? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh my God, you in Forbes? And I mean, like, everybody from all walks of, like, everybody are like, you're in Forbes? And I was just like, yeah. And they're like, why didn't you say anything? I'm like, I just don't know how I say that. Like, what do I say? My name is Vanessa and I'm in Forbes. Like, I don't really know how to introduce that piece. And so, and I don't want to come off as like, oh, she's just, I have to watch that too, like making sure I'm not like dumbing down myself, like, but really, so we're doing the Forbes dinner. There are levels to the tickets. It is extremely limited. It's 150 seats. If you're going to come, get your tickets now so that way there's no delay. There's 2 sponsorship options. If you want to sponsor, if you have a company that you want to sponsor the event, you can do that as well. But more information about that will be coming out. But I just said that because on my slide. You can use promo code BILL to save 40% off the online course. All the online courses, you can use promo code BILL because we're building empires around here. And shout out to Ashley again for agreeing to do the interview. I love her. She's so sweet. She don't even know that she just became my new daughter. She don't even know. She better ask somebody. Okay, she better ask somebody. If you want to support and give me a sign, you'll see as it comes out that there'll be different ways for you to do that. On the website, I put the link here for you to donate. When we have events, you can also come out. There's a lot of things you can do to support, and I'm just really excited. I'm really, really excited. I love babies. Y'all don't know. I love kids. I love the kids. I do. They just make, I don't know, they make me happy. They do. They make me happy. And I love like breaking like stereotypes about young people. Like that they can't do something. Like, yes, they can. They can do anything they want to. You don't have to be 18 to be accomplished. You don't have to be 18 to start a business. You don't have to be 18 to do anything besides be a notary, right? But you don't have to be 18. Like, you can be whatever age you want to be. Like, I don't like limitations. Y'all know me. I don't like limits. I don't like that. Don't tell me I can't do something. It drives me bonkers. But it's also a personality type. I took my disc assessment with Eric Thomas. I have a little bit of rebellion in me. I'm a little bit rebellious, but That's that. That is that. All right, I think that's it, y'all. Did I miss anything? I ain't see y'all comments, but I'm sure y'all was saying all the good things about the baby. Do a conference for the 18 and 22-year-olds. That's a good idea. My daughter knows that I do science in the evening. I'm teaching her by the time she's high school. Oh, good. She's in high school, so when she goes to college, she can do it. Give us a piece of the Empire info. Loving it all. Yeah, Empire Builders is where we do all that training in there. Empire Builders is about to have a lot happening come January 1st, too. The build prisons. They build prisons, basically my minority version in a nutshell. There you go. How do you know where I can get a notary test book for Pennsylvania? I don't know. My brain is kind of off. I got to put it back on. The foundation is to give me a sign foundation. I love the way you uplifted her. She my baby. Can y'all type in the chat the event the mom is having? I don't think she promoted it yet, but I will. I'm going to go. So I'll promote it on our channel. So get the passport done. It's taking months now. You can actually do passport same day at the actual passport office. Just call them. It shouldn't. I don't know how they're doing with COVID, but a friend of mine said she was going to get hers same day. So there's that option, but I don't know how long the wait is. And I know there's one in Connecticut. I don't know where the other one is, but who wants to go to Connecticut? Unless you're already in Connecticut or New York. She can train her friends for a fee. Your energy is contagious, and what you're doing for Ashley is awesome. Ashley is the bomb. I just purchased my training. You are amazing young lady to be 19 years old and having courage to do this. That's what I said. All right, y'all. Y'all done got me all emotional. I can't even be hyper no more. I might cry. How do we handle the registered agent when setting up an LLC? You're the registered agent. I don't know if I should list myself, have a company to do it. You list yourself, please. Don't pay these companies to do that. I'm so nervous about starting my Ron Notary business. I'm definitely trying to get more started. Take the Ron training and sign up for the launch Ron event that we're having December 11th. Great accomplishment. Congratulations to you. Thank you, baby. Are one tray printers hard to work with for this business? I did it. Is it hard? It's inconvenient. But if you got to start with the one tray, you got to start where you at. You know, it is. You got to do what you got to do. Or you can find a way to get a dual tray. When I first got started, I didn't have enough money for a dual tray. So I started with a single tray, and then I reinvested the money and got a dual tray. So just depends on how you look at it. All right, y'all. That's also the clock on the wall. I'm going to see y'all later. I love you guys. Have an awesome Thanksgiving. We are doing a Black Friday sale for something special. You're going to like that. And we do have our 25 days of Christmas coming up. Everybody registered in the all-inclusive training. If you're not, make sure you get in there. And have a happy Thanksgiving. Hey, I'm excited because I'm hosting. I'm excited because I'm hosting. That's why I had to get all my Christmas decorations up before everybody gets here. It's up, and I was going to squirrel, but I'm not going to squirrel because I do have to run in a second. But I hope you guys have an awesome and amazing day, and I will see you guys luego. Happy signing.